you hold the camera.
Okay, let go.
And then I'll hold it. But then I'll let go and it will seem like it's floating and then they won't know what's going on.
It's gonna look like you put it down. Okay.
What's up guys? So in today's video I want to talk to you about how to become a better filmmaker. And it's not going to be like quick hacks or quick tips that you can do. This is going to be real stuff that you guys can apply over time to actually get better as a filmmaker. Today's video is sponsored by Epidemic Sound and we're going to be talking about them a little bit later on. We've come out to a really crazy location for today's video. It's this abandoned theater. It's known as one of the most haunted places in all of Indonesia. I'm pretty sure there's stats of people going missing here almost once a week, and for that reason it's known as Hell's Gates.
It's not. It's called a Gunung Theater. Gunung Theater.
It's going to be interesting for the people watching though.
No, that's not true.
Okay, so let's get into some of the first tips. There's so many different types of videos these days, and I find it's really important to figure out what type of videos you actually want to make. So there's YouTube videos, mini docs, there's like low budget short films, there's like cinematic style videos, there's vlogs. Figure out where you kind of want to be in that space so that you can kind of like niche yourself down and learn more about that one in particular. A little caveat to this is that when you are like really starting out, it's okay to experiment with a few of the different types just so that you can maybe find which one you like doing most. And it's also going to help you to give you a broader skill range instead of like only being able to make vlogs and then having no idea how to make like cinematic videos. So when you're really fresh and just starting out, you can experiment with multiple different types, but as you start to progress, try and like narrow yourself down into the one that you really want to like focus on so that you can improve on that one in particular. Okay, the next one is to steal from your favorite creators. And when a lot of people hear that word steal, they're like, no, you really want to try and be original. I don't think this is true, and I think a lot of people can agree with me on this. What's up? What's up, everybody? When you are just starting out, and this goes for all creative fields, you need to be stealing from your sources of inspiration, because that's how you're gonna kind of break down the process and the steps it takes to creating the thing that you're stealing from. Even if you try and direct carbon copy something from someone, it's not even gonna end up exactly the same as the thing that you're copying, because it's you that's doing it. You're the one making it, so it's going to end up being your version of it. If it's a vlog or something like that, it's going to be you talking and introducing your own personality into it. So it's never going to end up being a carbon copy, first of all. Second of all, I think you should steal from multiple different areas of interest, and they can even be like different subcategories. It doesn't even have to all be within the same field, and you can put all of those into your own like one thing that you find interesting with all of those different contributing factors, and that in itself is going to be super unique.
What are you doing? Babe.
One of the most important parts about getting good at anything is practice and repetition. And if you can see one of your favorite creators' videos and then envision how that was made, and then you go out and attempt to make that same thing and then come back and edit it and look how it actually ended up, it's going to give you a really good understanding of how that person got to the end result that they got to. And you can follow that process, and with practice and repetition you can get that cycle going until you can really figure out the steps that that person took to get there. So sticking with the practice and repetition, for me, creating videos has always kind of been this thing of coming up with an idea and seeing some vision in my head, going out into the real world and doing my best to create that vision I can see, and then getting back to see the final product and it being like falling so short of the vision I saw in my head. Like you're thinking of these crazy ideas, all best case scenario, and when you actually head out into the real world, things just don't work out that way. Small compromises here and there, things not working out properly, the sun being in a different place, the location didn't really work, whatever it is, it ends up being quite a different outcome to what you expected, which is completely normal, and I still do that now. But something that I do find is, as you keep repeating and practicing this process, the vision that you see in your head and the final outcome slowly become closer and closer together. And once you got them pretty close, I don't think they're ever going to be exactly in the same place, but once they're pretty close, that's a good place to be. And the only way that you can do that is to repeat that process of conceptualization, creation, and then the actual like putting together of everything and looking at the outcome. And by repeating that over and over and over, you're gonna slowly bring those two different, very different realities closer and closer together. And hopefully one day you can have something that you are not only happy with, but is accurate to what you envisioned when you actually were planning that piece of content. I think one of the biggest things about improving as a filmmaker is just thinking towards the future and how you want to improve and grow as a creator. One of my biggest goals as a creator, aside from the actual aspect of becoming better as a filmmaker, was to become financially stable enough from creating videos to solely focus on creating more videos. And you guys can achieve that with the sponsor of today's video, which is Epidemic Sound. They have come out with some crazy new ambassador programs, and they have a whole campaign that is to the future. Epidemic Sound is introducing a new space and an updated loyalty program where they change the game on how they work with referrers. It's a unique loyalty program that empowers you creatively and commercially. You can get $15 off your next payment by sharing your own link with your friends or viewers. If you guys don't know it by now, Epidemic Sound is the place to go for any music or sound effects that you might need to take your filmmaking and projects to the next level. If you guys are wanting to improve in the future as creators, having high quality music and sound effects is really going to make a big difference in that. Explore the Epidemic Sound community program, access exclusive discounts, expand your network, and get inspired. It's going to be linked in the top of my description. It really is like the place to go for any music and sound effects, and if you guys are looking at improving as filmmakers, you need to get on it. This is going to be such... Okay, wait. I got these new wireless mics, so I can do tips from all the way down here, but let me come there anyway so you can see me. Okay, this is an important one, and that is to surround yourself with like-minded creators. Preferably, not to sound like you're using them, that's not a good idea, but preferably people that are further into the process than you are. So if they are a little bit better than you at things, it's going to be much more beneficial for you to learn from them. You guys can be on equal playing fields as well, and you can even learn things from people that are not as far along as the path as you are, but ideally having someone much better than you is going to really help you with that process. If you see a final video, a finished one, like we were saying in the first tip, it's quite hard to understand and break down the entire process that it took to get to that point. But if you are with someone that is creating the kind of videos that you strive to be able to create, and you can have an insight into seeing how they actually do that and be involved in the behind the scenes and then see that final product, it's gonna like skyrocket you guys forward in terms of just becoming better at creating things yourself, and it's going to really help you to bring your own visions closer to the reality of when you actually create something. So to be involved with someone that is doing the same thing as you is going to make you learn double as fast, because there's two of you and someone else has already put in all the effort and headaches to learn all of the things that are really tricky to learn. So Try and surround yourself with like-minded people. These days especially, there's so many people that are creating videos and content, or in any other field that you guys are in, there's also going to be communities of people that you can find. So find someone like that. That's a large reason why in my videos I create some of those really raw style videos, because it's almost like you guys are coming along and doing like a behind the scenes job shadow of me actually creating the content and everything, because that is by far, in my opinion, the easiest and fastest way to learn anything, not just filmmaking. So try and make some friends that are filmmakers too, and try and hang out with them, and you guys can make videos together. And not only is it really fun, it's really going to help you progress in your filmmaking career. Okay, that's going to be it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember, if you want to check out Epidemic Sound, they're going to be linked in the top of the description. Best music and sound effects, and they have some crazy loyalty programs to support all creators so that they can all grow together. Go and check them out. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. I wish I could have jumped behind the thing and then just disappeared, but it's not big enough.